2020. Beginning of the year, it was a year I was super excited for the horror movies that were coming out. Some of them I've seen, but unfortunately with quarantine, many I won't, unless I decide to do the awesome thing and stream them early. Which those who have, I greatly appreciate you. I've had a lot of fun supporting my movie theater by purchasing things through their streaming platform. AMC, I love you, don't die through this, I want to give you my money. Like the first thing I want to do when I get out of quarantine, sushi, movie, ice cream. That is going to be our first adventure out. An evening of gluttonous sloth, horror, amazing shit. There better be a good horror movie in theaters. If not, there better be something else good. This year was slated with a lot of intriguing horror where you started to have to get like, what am I actually going to see this month? So January, I saw The Grudge and I saw Gretel and Hansel. I did not see The Turning. However, AMC did have it available for rent on their platform, so I finally got to watch The Turning. And this is your warning that this is a spoiler-filled review because I don't know how to process what I fucking watched and talk about it without ruining the ending. So I guess let's get into this. The Turning is a PG-13 drama horror mystery. Now, when this movie first started, I was like, oh, this is actually really good. No way is this a typical January horror movie. By the end, I had to eat my words, just saying. It's directed by Flora Sigismondi. Sigismondi? I think I actually said that right. This movie stars Mackenzie Davis, Finn Wolfhard, Brooklyn Prince, and Barbara Martin. Overall, I do feel the acting was good. Some of it seemed a little over the top, just like borderline, but not enough to drive me crazy. However, Barbara Martin was definitely on point with that. Her character is fucked up, written for you to hate, and portrayed in a way that solidifies the hatred and annoyance that you have with this character. Some of the overacting was definitely on the children's part, which is kind of sad because Finn Wolfhard is one of my favorite child actors right now. He did excellent in Stranger Things. Fail. I should have worn my Stranger Things shirt. Too late. We're recording this. We're moving on. Overall, I like his acting. However, I feel like it's probably the characterization and maybe the direction with the way that he went. It didn't fully... It felt too much. But then at the same time, with how everything ended, it kind of, in retrospect, fits in with everything. So now you may be wondering what the plot of this movie is. A young woman is hired to tutor a little girl in a rich family. Unfortunately, her parents are dead. When this tutor shows up to begin her duties, lo and behold, the older brother, who was supposed to be away to boarding school, is now also in the home and under her tutelage. And with the setting of the stage, things start to become weird. She starts to see things, and a mystery evolves before her that she wasn't expecting. This is based off of a novella by Henry James called Turning of the Screw. Side note, people on Netflix who did Hill House, Haunting of Hill House, are going to be doing a new season with this as part of it, and I'm so excited for that season. Just gonna say expect a review on that, and it's probably, hope it's gonna be glowing because fuck, Hill House was brilliant. Anyways, back to The Turning. I really did enjoy the cinematography on this. There was an ode to gothic themes, gothic architecture, gothic horror. I really think that was well done and well envisioned. However, I think there were other things in this movie that were not. In the beginning, a lot of the scares were extremely predictable. In fact, every scare was predictable, but I really liked the pacing of the reveal of the drama and the mystery. The setup was a little bit slow because our characters are meeting each other for the first time and finding the best way to interact with each other, which took a little bit of setup. Hard to say if it was too much given they were just meeting. The horror started very subtly and definitely increased, and I liked it more when it got scarier. I wouldn't say I was ever scared in this movie, just so you know. In addition to the old lady who is written to hate her, you have the character Miles, who's portrayed by Finn, who is creepy as fuck. Like, the entire time you're like, are you really putting this on screen? This little kid's totally hitting on this significantly older woman. What the fuck? It was unnerving, uncomfortable. You could tell the character felt it was uncomfortable too and did not want any of this to happen, but it kept happening. I'll give them props on how well they wrote the uncomfortableness and how well the acting, though little overacting, made it uncomfortable. It's almost like that was the point of the overacting. Like I said, some of the acting issues could have been because of direction. I don't know, I wasn't on set. Those are my theories. This is another horror movie where the kids are utterly annoying. I kept looking at the screen going, if I was in charge of these kids, they would be on timeout. I don't know what to do with them, but they would not be acting the way they are. They would not be encouraged to be selfish little fucking pricks. Like, no, this is why I hated the old lady. I don't know if I'm alone with it, but I was like, this isn't how you raise kids. And the things she would say, oh my god, I'm so irked right now. So once things started going, I started to really enjoy this movie. What's going on, the way it was edited, the way it was filmed. I wanted to know what was going on, what was going to happen to our characters. And it got really intense and really exciting and super fast paced, and then all of a sudden, and this spoiler is going to come, so you have until the count of 3 to pause. And then you can jump to this timestamp for my rating. 1, 2, 3. What the fuck was up with that ending? How did that come out of nowhere? I don't understand what happened. I watched it twice. I'm so confused. And I don't want to watch the movie over again because I'm so pissed about how abruptly it ended. It had some brilliant build up. I was like, yeah, this is getting really good. And then it was like, okay, we're done. And it's like, wait. And then so much was revealed in like the last minute and a half, 2 minutes, however long it was, that you're like, okay. What just, how the, what, why, So, that's definitely gonna hurt its rating. It really is. Before I filmed this, I wanted to understand the ending a little bit more because I absolutely hate reviewing a movie that I don't get what's going on. So, it's very rare I do this. I think I've said it in 1, maybe 2 other videos in my 2 years on YouTube. I actually watched other YouTubers' videos regarding the ending and their thoughts on it. I felt that there was a psychological component that goes on to it, that our main character, Kate, might actually have something going on mentally, and I do stand by that still. And other YouTubers do agree with me. I didn't watch a whole ton of reviews, like maybe 3, but that was enough for me to go, okay, I have a better idea of what's going on, how to talk about this, even though I still feel like I can't fully talk about the ending. So building off of the psychological components or metaphors, whatever you want to call it, about this movie, the YouTube channel Heavy Spoilers actually has a really good video going into the in-depths of this movie and connecting things very thoughtfully and with sound evidence from the movie to support their theory. And I'm gonna go with their theory. This theory doesn't make me hate the movie. I was already like, I think I might hate this movie before I read it, but it really pissed me off that the movie was so good and that it could come down to just something like this. And at the same time, I can't fully hate it, but I'm really torn, but I'm more on the I hate it side. The theory that Heavy Spoilers is putting out there is that our main character, Kate, is actually the former tutor who went through a very traumatic experience. I'm not going to go into the details. And she is reliving in her psyche the entire experience as a different person, but it's her fantasy of how she wished things would have turned out. And I can't say no to this because of certain things that happened. She goes into like her brain, but she's in the mental institute with her mom, and she goes to touch her mom. Her mom turns around and she screams, and it goes black. Well, not goes black. It goes to like one of the worst fucking end credit things I've ever seen. Like, it's worse than what I felt about the 2020 Grudge end scene. I'm just like, what is this? So then I kept watching it, going, okay, maybe there's gonna be something here. Maybe there is something here. The only reason the very last thing you see during the end credits is something is because of Heavy Spoilers theory. So fucking annoyed. So now that you know how annoyed I am with this ending, that I don't know how else to say it, but I like ruined almost everything, not everything. So if you still want to watch it, you can enjoy the leading up to the last few minutes of the movie. Because I really did myself. I just can't. This movie's broken me. I wanted to rate it way higher earlier on in the movie, but all in all, I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5 because that ending fucked it up hardcore. Hardcore. That's that. I'm done with it. I won't ever watch this movie again. If you like, some people might like this movie, but you might be just outraged at the ending as I am. I sound like Jenna Marbles and I don't mean to. Old school Jenna. Does she still talk like that sometimes? I don't even know how to sign off with this video. I'm so annoyed. I guess typical things. Thank you to my patrons. Subscribe if you haven't already. I talk about horror movies a lot. Sometimes I do art. And that's that. So from my dark heart to yours, have a wonderful day. And please don't die before my next video.